Annyeonghaseyo.
I'm Marshall.
I'm Ariel.
And we're
Soju for two.
Okay, so next we're going to be doing a review of a Taiwanese drama, and it's called Momo Love.
Yes, and this one's with main characters. So we have Hero Wang plays Shi Long, Cindy Wang plays Chen Tao Ho, and then we have a ton of brothers. I'm not going to say all of their names. I'll just mention the ones that we really like specifically. So we like Godfrey Gao, so we'll mention him. I think everyone else, we'll just talk about them.
Okay, so right away with the characters in this. Now, why we came to this was Hero from Fahrenheit, and that was our main reason for getting here. The other cast in this, it's an extended cast. Now, if you saw, what was it called? The Himalaya, like the the Thai drama we watched, like 4 sections. It was a similar idea in the notion that there's a lot of brothers protecting one sister. And that's sort of the background here. It's sort of falling in love, with that kind of situation going on.
And the plot, we have 5 brothers and 1 set of twins in there that are pretty good looking. And then we have a sister, and then we have a boy, another sort of the main Hero Wang's character, and he has a cousin. And so she's very protective, and the brothers are very protective.
So there's a lot of people who are being overprotective in this family. Yes. Now, I think right away the main female lead, I think Hero Wang does a great job with this, but if this was the first drama I saw with him, I don't know if I would think he was that good of an actor. We obviously saw him in Absolute Boyfriend. We're going to review together, or To Get Her, as well. But, for us, this was sort of a little bit lower on our, level of acting or being convinced. The main female lead, we liked her, but she kind of annoyed us.
Yeah, she's also in another drama they're going to do, and I like her much better. Yeah. So review for that one, it's, I think Love Keeps Going or something.
So since we've seen these actors in other things, like the mains, we kind of think it was definitely the writing of this, not the actors, that made it just a little bit, lower on our scale.
And I think also what it is, it's a really sort of crazy story. Everything's sort of taken to the nth degree. Like, these brothers being so super protective to this extreme, it's kind of, you have to take it on a really comedy side. Yeah. And a lot less serious.
No, but I feel like it's a little less funny than the Thai show we watched that has that kind of whole situation. And it's not quite as compelling, I think. That's the issue.
So chemistry. So I definitely think that the main, 2 leads, they're really cute together.
Maybe not,
it wasn't passionate. Yeah, it wasn't, super romantic. And it took a really long time to get to them liking each other. Or not even like each other, but to, realize
I guess what annoyed us, too, is that Hero Wang's character seemed like he didn't really have the, sort of, drive or passion in the relationship, and it was sort of why are they together?
And then all of a sudden at the end he became super dedicated and super passionate.
So we're not really sure what
it didn't really build up very well. Okay, so love triangle. So there is a bit of a love triangle in this one.
And we have one with another girl. So we have a love square, obviously. One person likes the main female lead, one person likes the guy, and they add more complication. But for us, again, the love triangles here weren't really compelling. We didn't want her to be with any of the other guys.
Definitely.
Or him to be with another girl.
Okay, so mistaken identity, misunderstanding. So I guess there are misunderstandings. Basically, for the brother, she's willing to sacrifice her own happiness. I mean, there's a bunch of things like that happen. But again, they're not super
compelling. And I guess the biggest misunderstanding for us was the kind of confusing thing that happened in the last episode.
Yes.
Or the last 2 episodes where you have, potentially they could be siblings, but they're not. I was like, I know they're not siblings. Why are they doing this? It's very confusing. Yeah. So
a lot of it felt very forced with the stuff like that, with adding incest and things that weren't even.
It was sort of strange in that way.
Definitely, and I think it was more likely that the brothers, her real brothers, were in love with her because they were so crazy about her not dating anyone else.
So it was interesting.
Weird. Okay, so bad guy turned good.
No, there really isn't a bad guy turned good here. Maybe the brothers were crazy turned normal, more normal,
slightly normal.
Yeah.
Piggyback ride.
Yeah. There wasn't a piggyback ride that I can remember. Kiss, there are a couple kisses, not really memorable kisses, and the cute moments in here are kind of few and far between because they're really not allowed to be together at all.
I would say the cutest part of the show is the ending. The ending was
really cute,
adorable, but the rest of the show, not so much.
Not so much.
But they were, the guys were really good looking, so that's part of the way reason to like it. Fashion.
Yeah, this wasn't a really fashionable show at all. The main female lead, the only thing I liked is she wore a lot of sort of jumpers, and I thought was cute. The guys were kind of boring looking.
Oh, she did have one denim skirt that I really liked.
There wasn't a lot of heavy fashion in this.
Yeah.
Music, well, so we have her singing. The main female lead sings in the beginning of this drama, and Fahrenheit sings at the end. And again, like that's kind of interesting for us because you had to hear like a lot more music instead of just like one theme song.
And we actually really like Fahrenheit.
Yeah,
Ever since Absolute Boyfriend, we heard there's one song and we became addicted. We do like Fahrenheit.
Okay, so our final review of this, I think for me this gets about like a 6 to a 6.5. You know, I think that because we're gonna recommend like another thing to watch with Hero, and we already talked about Absolute Boyfriend, for me this kind of falls flat. So, though I liked aspects of it, I don't know if I'd recommend it. I'd recommend other things first.
Yeah. I mean, I'll give it a 6.5. I think that it was cute. And, you know, you really could watch it. It'd be like a fun little short drama. It's only 13 episodes.
To be, like, amazing.
Yeah, it's not going to change your life.
All right,
bye, guys.
Bye.